We're so excited to have you back with us again. One of the things that I think is the best thing and probably one of the most enjoyable things that I can think of to celebrate God's nature is to eat. So today I have another guest with us, and this is Jerome Rafoth, who is the food director and executive chef at Loma Linda University Medical Center. So director of food operations over there, and a good friend of mine. So I invited him to actually make something from God's planet that we can actually eat, and we're in the holiday season, aren't we, JR?
Yes, we are.
So what are we making today?
Well, I'm really excited to be here. We're going to make a spinach salad with some pecans and pomegranate with a lime and tarragon salad dressing.
Okay.
So we're going to start by, let's just get open here. We're going to start by taking a lime, and we'll juice this lime. This is a little apparatus you can find at your local Hispanic market. It helps to squeeze those hard limes.
It catches the seeds in it too, huh?
Mm-hmm, yes. Okay, so what we want to do now, Dr. Moses, is we want to add some honey and some olive oil to it.
Okay.
You can start by whipping in a little bit of the olive oil, and then we'll add a little bit of salt. Go ahead. And then the ratio that we usually use is 3 to 1. So 3 parts olive oil to 1 part whatever type of acid that you're going to use. And so we want to stir that real fast and hard, and that'll give us a nice emulsion, and that'll kind of help it from separating. So
now, JR, can I use lemons if I have lemons at home?
Sure.
Or do we have the lime?
You can use some good vinegar, red wine vinegar, depending on what you like and the flavors that you're going to put together. That's how you decide what type you're going to use. So we're going to use...
That thickens it up, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that'll be nice and tasty. So now we have our salad dressing. We'll add a little bit of fresh tarragon. You want to give me some more tarragon there?
Sure.
And we'll chop this up.
Now, what is tarragon used for? Since I don't use a lot of tarragon in my cooking, what are some of the things that we can use tarragon for?
You know, tarragon goes with a lot of things. It tastes real exotic. It tastes like licorice. And so it goes good with chicken, it goes good with lamb, and it really goes good with the spinach salad.
Okay, so we are definitely talking about a plant-based diet and kind of our vegetarianism, which we want to definitely emphasize with people. So if I am doing vegetarian or vegan cooking, what can I use tarragon for? Well, we're using it right now, huh? In
right.
a whole completely vegan dish, and it is very fragrant.
Yeah, smells just like licorice.
So how much of this are we using of tarragon?
You know, you can always use as much as you can taste. You know, you like to make it good and strong and have some personality. It really freshens it up and spices it up. If you don't have fresh tarragon, depending what time of the year it is, you can certainly use dried tarragon. Okay. So now we have our salad dressing. Here's a little trick I wanted to show you tonight, is pomegranate, and how we get the pomegranate seeds out without getting all the juice all over, because this juice is really, it's red, and as you can see, it'll get all over your clothes and all over your hands. So we'll just put that in a bowl of water, and we'll just scrape those out. And so that's how we get, yeah, and that's how we get the seeds out. Now you want to make sure when you're picking your pomegranates that you have a nice red outside and it's nice and firm and it's shiny. And then you can go ahead, look at how easy that comes out. So we're going to just set that aside, and then we'll take some pears and we'll cut our pears.
Okay. Can I help? Should I do some more pomegranates?
Why don't you take the spinach and mix it into the dressing.
Oh, the dressing, okay.
And then we'll go ahead and add the pecans to it and the pears. Now, if you're going to take your pears, some people like them just sliced like this, okay? Real nice and fancy. And we can lay that on the top if we're doing individual plates. Or some people like to mix it right in. So let's tonight just do a little bit of both. And so we'll add the, and it's okay to use your hands. I really like to salt my lettuce before I dress it. Just a little bit so you know that you're getting some flavor in there.
What I love about this is it has the nice richness. So for nutrition purposes, spinach way better than lettuce. So this actually
absolutely.
uses this. And for the holiday festivities, the beautiful red pomegranate, and I think pears also just, you get in the mood here with our holiday season.
Absolutely. So we'll put that in the bowl, and then we'll just do a little bit of garnish on top. And we're going to decorate that up a little bit.
Now, what kind of pears are we using today?
These are Bosch.
Okay,
And,
Bosch. So for the people who don't know, it's the brown kind.
Yeah, it's the brown kind. But you can certainly use any kind that you like, or you can use green apples. And look at how pretty this is going to be on your table for the holidays. And then you can take these pecans, and you can put them on a sheet pan and bake them in the oven for probably about a minute. And when they come out, put them in a bowl, toss them with a little bit of sugar or honey, and then let them cool off, and then you can add nice candied pecans on top. So we'll just go ahead. And you can always give a nice sprig of tarragon to finish it off, and that'll throw your guests, and they'll wonder what they're eating. So.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we have a bowl here, but now I want us to do, because part of what eating is with our eyes, isn't it?
That's
so
correct.
what I would love to do is get a plate here. And actually, how would we plate this? Can we get some fancy tips from our chef here on how we would actually plate something real fancy on this? Because you did something with the pears that looked super simple.
Sure. So, we want to emphasize the fruits that we're using or the vegetables that we're using. Want to make sure that, see how nice that just falls apart and you get those nice little kernels? We'll put that over the top. And of course, we have the tarragon that we'll add to it, and then we can. Now you want to use a nice sharp knife for this. Make sure that you pick your pears so they're soft and they're ripe. Try not to get the green, if you can, green ones, and set them out in a brown paper bag in the room temperature for a couple of days. And you can certainly do all kind of fancy cutting, and your guests will love it. If you're going to do this a little bit early, make sure you squeeze some lemon or lime on it, or put a little bit of lemon juice on it, and there you have it. Or you can get real fancy and creative and put a couple to the side and a couple on the top. And now who wouldn't want to eat that? Look at all God's love right there.
I don't think you made enough for both of us. I think this is just for me.
Well, this is mine.
So what are
yours.
you eating? So what I want to kind of emphasize, here's a fork for you. What I want to kind of emphasize with this whole entire meal is it's vegan, right? It's vegan, and literally it took us, what, 5 minutes to make?
Pretty much so.
Yeah, 5 minutes to make. And so let's talk a little bit about some of the substitutions that could go through here. So if we don't have pomegranates, let's say I live in a place that doesn't have pomegranates, what could I potentially use? Could I use maybe cranberries, like the dried
cranberries would be excellent. Even tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, grape tomatoes. You want to go into your local grocery store or farmer's market or health food store and see what's available that time of year. And that's really what you're going to put together.
Okay. Now, if I go to the store and there are none of the pears look really good. Okay, so can I use? Apples. What can I use?
Granny Smith, the Pippin apple. Those are all red delicious, yellow delicious, whatever. This time of year is the mandarin oranges. How about putting some mandarin oranges on there? Would be beautiful and it would be tasty. And I think you would really enjoy it.
I love it. Okay, so are we ready?
Yes, we are.
We're going to try this. Okay. Okay,
Let's
well,
see
you
how
eat
your
off of that, and I'm going to eat right off of
Let's see
here.
how your
Okay,
salad dressing came out.
Okay.
So, bon appetit.
Okay, this is wonderful. High five on that one, Chef JR. That is awesome. What you get is a little sweetness from the honey, and you get a little salt. There's a salty flavor in there, and you get the crunch from the the pear and the pecan, and that tarragon has this wonderful flavor. I want to use tarragon a little bit more often. What's exciting about food is there's so many things to try and so many combinations that you can do, and that's how God intended it to be. He intended it, I think, to be beautiful, which it is with all the color, and it intended to have a variety, and that variety is the thing that I think is all of God's plan. Don't you, JR?
I do too.